What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Clean, and welcome to the Pegasus 303 channel. The following tutorial, I'm going to show you how to attach custom artwork to any personalized drum kits, synth patches, or any third-party sounds that you may have downloaded for Native Instruments Maschine. So let's go ahead and dig in. Let's find the folder that contains our artwork. Go to the root of your hard drive, Users, Shared, NI Resources, Image. Real important, guys. Back up your hard drive. Hard drives are pretty inexpensive now. You can actually have a couple of redundant backups. It never hurts to have that. And in case anything goes wrong, you can refer back a step, especially if you're messing around with user shared folders or system folders. So let's go ahead and let's take massive and use this as an example. So I'm going to option drag that to my desktop, that plus indicating that it's copying. I never want to delete or remove anything from this folder because the next time you launch Maschine, your artwork will probably not display properly or not at all. So let's be very careful with this folder. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Okay, went to my other window. You have a metadata file. Let's go ahead and open that in text edit. Really important is this right here. This will be the name of the folder where your sounds or patches live. So you would just put that name here, and we'll get into that a little bit later. The rest of this you don't have to worry about. That's all default. And this name will be updated as well. All right, let's take a look at the MST artwork, the MST logo, MST plugin, and the OSO logo. Let's go ahead and open those up. And keep in mind, these are portable network graphics or PNG files, and these will have no background, so they'll lay nicely within the software as well as the Native Instruments hardware. So this right here, this is just a generic massive background, or you can customize this to whatever you want. That's the MST artwork. The MST logo can either be text or it can be a logo like that, and you would just insert it and resize it, and we'll show you that a little bit later. The MST plugin, if it's an effects or a synth that works also as a effects plugin, then generally a little screenshot of what it looks like if you were to open it is what would go here, the MST plugin. And the OSO logo. Now, these are for the Native Instruments hardware. So the Maschine Studio, the Maschine MK3, the latest and greatest. Also the Complete Control MK2 that have the large displays similar to the MK3, Maschine, and Studio. And if I recall, those displays, one of these logos, I believe it's this OSO logo, will just display layer right over the top of this one on one of the screens, and I'll bring up some artwork. So let's go ahead and close that. All right, the VB artwork and the VB logo, let's open those. So this is what you're going to see within the Native Instruments Maschine software or the Complete Control software. So this is not the hardware. You will see this in the software. And once again, these are PNG files, so they have no backgrounds and they'll layer nicely. So we'll get into the customizing this in a bit. Let's find some artwork to attach to it. So let's go ahead and launch our browser here. Soundtrackloops.com, Future House Tracks. I grabbed this. I actually purchased it, so no affiliation, FYI. I'm going to right click on that, save image as. I'm going to put that on the desktop, and let's save. Okay, I'm going to close this. All right, and you'll already see that this is a JPEG, and if you recall, I mentioned that they have to be PNG. So here's where you break out your pencil and take some notes. I'm going to copy the MST artwork PNG. Okay, I'm going to launch that, and I'm going to Command I to get information, and it is 134 by 66, and I just duplicated that JPEG, launched it. And I'm going to change the size of it. So let's go Tools, Adjust Size, and I'm going to uncheck Scale Proportionally. So it will let me do it to that exact number. I'm going to go ahead and select pixels. And if you jotted that down or you have it committed to memory, it's 134 by 66. And if I have this checked, it's not going to let me do that 134. It's it's going to keep it proportionally. So let's go ahead and 134 by 66. Okay, so you see it change the size. Now I'm going to export as, you guessed it, a PNG. And while I'm at it, let's paste that MST underscore artwork and to the desktop. Alrighty. And keep in mind, this is still on my desktop. I'm not in the images folder in shared. So let's go ahead and just drag this here. Replace. Boom, you just saw that change. So now let's go to the MST plugin PNG. Go ahead and open that. And once again, I'm going to jot that down. 127 by 70. And keep in mind that if it is a plugin, like an effects unit or something like that, you should get a screen grab of what it looks like and make sure it's this. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and let's use our house one again. Oops, let's not do that. That's why I duplicated it. So I'm going to go ahead and just duplicate that again. Command D, if you see that on the desktop there. And I'm going to open that. Tool. Adjust size. 127. Uncheck scale proportionally. 127 by 70. Hit return. I'm going to save. And let's export as, once again, you guessed it. Oops, not PDF, PNG. Go ahead and paste that MST plugin, and it's going to automatically add the .png extension. So let's go ahead and save that to the desktop once again. And let's go here, move that over. So when I drag that, you're going to see this right here change right before your eyes. Replace. Boom. All right. So let's go VB artwork. Once again, I'm going to copy that name and let's duplicate Command D on our original artwork. Let's go ahead and adjust the size. Oh, actually, before we get too ahead of ourselves here. VB artwork. Okay, that is 96 by 47. Okay, so let's go ahead and resize this, adjust size, and uncheck scale proportionally. 96 by 47. Okay, I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to export as a PNG. Once again, I'm going to paste Command V, the VB underscore artwork name, and it will automatically add the PNG extension. And if it doesn't, I just did Command I to get information, and I unchecked hide extension. I want to see that just so I know that I did the right thing. So let's do it for that one as well. Command I. Command I to get information. Uncheck hide extension. I want to see that PNG. Okay, now let's take a look at the logos. So this MST logo.png. Now, if you have a logo, you can actually copy it and paste it here. So let's see, I didn't recall anything. You may be able to drag this to your desktop, or you might have to do it in Photoshop if you're a little more advanced, or just search the net and you may find a logo related to this. But if not, one thing you can do is highlight this, delete it, and then let's close that. Click on the little pencil icon here and click that text there. And oops, I deleted it. Text. Okay. Double click in the middle there and future house. And here is where you can change the fonts. You can change the color. So let's go ahead and make it white. Okay. And you can even change the size of it. One thing to remember is if you move this around, you're going to see it start to disappear. So that's sort of your area where you can work within. So let's see if we can crank it up. Let's go. Okay, make it a little larger. And once again, you can change your font, whatnot. You can also just leave it blank. Oops, that didn't work. Okay, wouldn't let me delete it. Or you can also just leave it blank and carry that .png just so the system doesn't get confused. But I'm gonna go ahead and save this and close. And the OSO logo, same thing. If you have a logo available, you can do that. But if not, you can delete this, leave it blank and save this, or go to your pencil tool again, launch that, and it's already white. Future house. Yeah, riff. Reading is fundamental. Future house. And once again, keep in mind you have a section where, so this one you got a little more wiggle room. So if you did have, like, let's say another little logo, you can put it next to that, your text, and once again you can customize it or whatnot. But let's go ahead and save this, close it, and final, the VB logo. And once again, the OSO logo and the MST logo, that is for the hardware. So the Maschine Studio, the newer MK3, and the Complete Control S Series MK2 keyboards that have those large displays. So I'll highlight that, delete it, and I can keep it like this and save it, keep it blank, because I just only want to see some artwork and not necessarily see this. But let's go ahead and click this, and you know, I can't spell today. Trying to place my mic, type, and look at the screen at the same time. Future house. Okay. Go ahead and save that and close. Now, I previously downloaded the file, so let's go to where that's located. So locate where your physical audio files are, and let's look for that future house. Now keep in mind, it's recommended that you keep lowercase naming of your folder and whatnot. I have some that are uppercase, some are lowercase, but it is recommended that you keep them lowercase. And if I go into this folder, I have one-shots and loops, and keep that in mind. We're going to see that again later. So I copied that name. My massive folder that I copied earlier, I'm going to go ahead and let's make sure you can see that. I'm going to go ahead and highlight the name, paste future house, click return. You see that updated there. And I'm going to add it to this folder. I'm going to hit return to select that field, use my arrow and delete massive, and use the name future house. Now I'm going to open this metadata file. And here it doesn't matter. You can do uppercase, lowercase, whatever you want. So let's type that in. Future house. And go ahead and save. All this is default. Don't worry about that. I'm going to close this. One thing to remember is make sure it maintains this .meta extension. If it does .meta or creates .meta, .txt or anything else, you have to make sure that it keeps this .meta. Otherwise, it will not work. All right, so here's the fun part. Let's go ahead and now close that. I'm going to go back to our image folder. So root of the drive, users, shared, NI resources, image. Now, this future house, I'm just going to go ahead and copy, drag and drop right to that folder. And it's going to ask you to authenticate. And that's when it may prompt you to enter your admin password. I'm going to stop because it's already there. And let's look at what we created previously. So let's go ahead and look at that. I may have done it differently in the past. So my MST artwork, I kept that blank. My OSO artwork, kept that blank. And the VB logo, I kept that blank. But let's go ahead and replace those with the one I created that says future house. Go ahead and drag that there, authenticate, and replace apply to all. Okay, enter your admin password. Okay, now, so these should all say future house, and hopefully that looks okay. I may go back and modify that again. I may have made that, I've deleted those for a specific reason. Now, let's go back to Maschine. Go to Preferences, Library, User, and click Add. Now let's look for that future house folder. And just keep a note of where you put it. Generally, I'll put things in music, loops, and samples. You may have a different idea of what to do, but future house, I'm going to choose that. And I'm going to go ahead and enter the name here as well under the alias. Future House, and doesn't have to be lowercase. You can actually make it uppercase. And close, and it's a small folder, so it's going to scan, and you see it already started to populate. And this is user sounds loops. All right, so it already attached itself to my artwork, which is actually really cool. And it's splitting up loops and samples. Let's say you open Maschine and your artwork disappears. So previously you saw it, and right now we're not seeing it. I'm also not seeing my loops. They're all under this. So I see the name, Future House. I see the sounds. I can hear them. Didn't patch the audio to the system, but all right. If that happens, I believe it was version 2.2 of Maschine where it change things and you had to add the vendor name for the artwork to attach to it. This is a version 2.8.6, but if I recall, it was an earlier version and it surprised everyone, including myself. So if that does occur, let's go ahead and let's take a look. Okay, now we have our loops and our one-shots. We saw that in the folder. So let's go ahead and look at our loops. Okay, these are all loops. All right, so let's go ahead and edit. Okay, let's change that to loops. All right, and then let's not cooperating. Okay, one shots. Now hang on. So you're looking at this. Okay, you go to your loops. I see loops. Go to my one shots. I see one shots, but I am not seeing my artwork still. If that happens, you have to remember, don't just change the format of the file or what it is. Go to properties and either type in or select, if it remembers, Native Instruments. Click apply. It's going to rescan that into the library. Now, if I look again, hey, it attaches to my artwork. Same goes for sounds. Let's do this. Okay, not seeing it. Going to click on the screen here, Command A to select all, and so let's select Native Instruments. Then click apply. Once again, it's going to rescan, and hey, look at that. Loops attached to the artwork. My individual sounds or one shots, it attaches to the artwork. Now, if you want to add additional criteria to your sounds, let's get out of here. Okay, let's go to loops. Okay, make sure we're here. All right, so this bass loop here, you can select bass and what type of bass it is. And that helps when searching. So let's use some of the factory stuff as an example. Information like this, characteristics and whatnot, and that's how you can better organize. So that can be a little time consuming, but in the long run, it can save you time when you're trying to be creative and not get frustrated looking for particular types of loops, hits, sounds, synths, patches, etc., etc. Okay, now I'm going to show you the easy way to create the artwork. I'll launch this and let's go to iconmachine.com. Once again, no affiliation. They have a free sign up, so you can sign up, and I believe you get the first 5 custom artwork packs for free. So let's go ahead and choose file. I'm going to go to my desktop and that original and upload. All right, so you see it down here. I'm going to select it. Okay, so it's going to create that first image. It's going to create this one. And I forget what's what, but the cropping is so. You may have to do it the other way and then upload it, because I'm going to click done. That looks halfway decent. You can actually edit the image or select from your library. They also have a set of custom files, or actually people just put various artwork and you're able to grab that and use it for some of the other things. So let's go ahead and All right, so this one fits a little better. Let's go ahead and crop this one. All right, and done. And it gives you a little idea of what it's going to look like on the hardware. All right, let's see what we can do with this one. All right, move that a bit. Okay, click done. And this guy as well. Okay. Click done. All right, do this quick and easy. Now click next. Okay, and here's where you can type in. Let's go. Oops. Trying to look and my mic at the same time. Okay, future house. This is where you can change the color of the background. I'm going to just go ahead and keep that black. Or actually the color of your font. This is the background color, and then this is where you change your font. So let's go ahead and just keep it that. All right, and that's kind of what it's going to look like in the Maschine software. And click next. And if it's a sample kit, plugin, effects, instruments, or a contact instrument, sample kit. So we choose type. Yes, that's selected. Enter the name. And this is the one, let's lowercase, F-U-T-U, future house. All right, that's lowercase. Don't want to share it with the Maschine community. Save and download. So go ahead and click that. And it's going to compile that for you rather quickly. All right, that's downloaded. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Okay, so there's our zip file, and then here is our meta data file. Look at that. And our logo and artwork. Let's open those. And it automatically makes some PNG files. Oh, look at that. It's that easy, kids. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again with another tutorial. Thanks.